This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for April 4, 2023, body set on fire in Chinese cemetery. Firefighters were called to the Chinese cemetery on Walton Park Road in St. Andrew Monday afternoon after a body was seen ablaze. The body was still unidentified up to press time, police reported. Reports reaching the news are that around 5:15 p.m., residents saw what appeared to be a body on fire and summoned the police. Upon arrival, lawmen called the fire brigade. A unit from the Trenchtown Fire Station extinguished the blaze. The body was later removed to the morgue. 5 Burger King employees arrested in $10 million fraud. 5 employees from the Burger King branch in Harborview, Kingston, including a supervisor, are now in custody after an alleged fraud in which nearly $10 million is said to have been swindled from the company. The 5 suspects are alleged to have fleeced the company of $9.7 million over a 3-month period this year. Superintendent Tommy Lee Chambers, commander for East Kingston Police Division, confirmed that the suspects were taken into custody on Sunday in connection with the multi-million-dollar fraud after a report was lodged. The commander said she was not clear of the details of the alleged fraud that was committed, but allegations are that the employees pocketed the funds after voiding orders that were legitimately placed by customers. Restaurants Associates Limited of Jamaica, which manages the Burger King franchise, declined to comment on the case. The investigation, which is currently being conducted by investigators from the Harborview Police Station, is expected to be turned over to the fraud squad. Well-loved woman and man slaughtered in Kingston Town. Before 38-year-old Georgia Blunt went missing on Saturday, she told her sister-in-law that she would return home soon after giving her cows water to drink. Blunt, however, did not make it back home in Kingston Town, St. Catherine. She and a man who the police have identified as 42-year-old water vendor Ruel Fuller were murdered, execution style, and their bodies left inside an unfinished abandoned house deep in bushes some distance away from where they went to tend to the animals. Their hands and feet were tied, their throats slashed, and both were shot. On Monday, the sister-in-law was too distraught to give a comment. She wept uncontrollably. Sources shared that cops have launched a search for suspects in the gruesome double murder. 2 cows belonging to Blunt are still missing, leaving some people to theorize it was a robbery that escalated. Early Monday, before the bodies were found, residents had blocked roads in protest, demanding to know what happened to their friends, and called on the police to be more proactive in trying to find Blunt and Fuller. A dog which was roaming the bushes was credited with leading a search team to the bodies on Monday morning. One member of that search team told the news that the criminals made things appear as if they had robbed the 2 before killing them. Others were convinced that someone wanted them dead and didn't agree that the motive of the killings was robbery. Them deal with them wicked. It appeared to me as if they knew the killers. They were good people, so we said we would push out and look for them. Some men were looking for them on Sunday, but they were only searching one section of the bushes. They said they were afraid to search the other side because gunmen in the bush, one resident said. We decided that on Monday morning we would search the other section. We went out from after 7 a.m. and we found the bodies after 8 a.m. When we reached up in the bush, we saw a little dog running behind us. When we reached a T-junction, the dog ran around us and Mr. Archer, who was part of the search team, said we should follow the dog, the man added. We started to follow the dog and he ran into an abandoned building and started to bark. They killed Georgia in one room and the man was killed in the next room. It was very smelly in there. The 2 of them worked together. She supplied the area with water and she normally go work, feed her animals and go back home. The criminals them look like them took away the cows from Nisberry Grove, he said. One woman told the news that she was a close friend of Blunt, so close it felt as if they were sisters. Words can't explain. She has a water truck and she sells water. If I call her at 1 o'clock, they are here. Georgia made sure that I was never out of water. The search team found the truck in a separate place, she said. According to one of Blunt's sisters, the entire family is sickened by the gruesome murders. According to the sister, Blunt was kind and jovial and will be well missed. That girl would give you everything. She's there for everyone. She sells her water and she drove the truck by herself. She raised our cows, fowl, hogs, and all kinds of things. I wasn't expecting that anybody would kill her. From your look at the situation, you would see that it was a planned thing. Somebody wanted her killed, and they just went for her and killed her execution style, she said. Family in turmoil as a gunman killed a 24-year-old go-getter. Romario Hewart was determined to break the cycle of poverty in his family and create a better life for himself and his family. The aspiring businessman at 24 was a taxi driver, university student, newly certified truck driver, and a soon-to-be Jamaica Constabulary Force recruit. But the ambitious young man's dreams and goals were dashed on Sunday night when he was killed along with a passenger identified only as a Boise, whom he had transported to Admiraltown in Kingston. Hewart's body was found with a gunshot wounds in his taxicab along Aquitha Road, more commonly known as No Man's Land, while Boise's body was found in bushes a short distance away. Residents had reportedly heard the gunshots minutes after 11 p.m. on Sunday night. Hewart's girlfriend Kadian Finlay and his sister Chantal Hewart, with whom he resided, were in shock and deep despair when the news visited their home on Monday. Finlay, who broke down in tears, recalled waking up on Monday morning at 8 with a feeling of doom after being awakened by a nightmare in which her older brother had stabbed her younger brother to death. Finlay said that she quickly looked around for her partner, and on not seeing him, she was overcome by a terrible feeling. Romario no sleep out, so this was quite unlike him, she said. Finlay said her thoughts, however, were never that her beloved was killed, but maybe that he had been in an accident or had been arrested for unpaid traffic tickets. The young woman, who remembered Hewart leaving the house on Sunday night to purchase gas, said that she left the house crying and drove around the community looking for his car. With no sign of him, she went to the Halfway Tree police station to check if he had been arrested, but was directed to the Denhamtown police station, where she later learned that police had found the body, but the details were sketchy. Finlay, who had also checked at the Kingston Public Hospital without success, said that when she returned home, she found out that Hewart went to Admiraltown on a chartered trip. For some reason, me just did a pray for him this morning, she said. Him is a hustler, for him it's all about money. Him want get 100 things done, she said of her partner. Him just complete a certificate course in trucking. Him say him a go do construction. Him say him a go buy more taxi. While his short-term plan was to acquire one more car, Finlay said his immediate plan was to complete his degree in logistics at the University of the Commonwealth of Caribbean. He had 2 years of studies left. Him just did want to change the cycle of poverty in him life, and him did determined to get it done because even though his parents live overseas, he was independent and he was goal-oriented and wanted to do so much, she added. Finlay, who had been with Hewart for 5 years, said there was also a mutual agreement to delay parenthood until they had achieved some amount of success. You have some people who are thinkers, some who are planners, but he was a doer. If him get up this morning and tell you that he's going to get something done, he will get it done. Him never limit himself to know one thing, but he had a love for driving taxi because all of us was against him driving taxi, but he wanted to drive taxi. He wanted to own a lot of cars. He wanted to do rentals and use it as a pathway to other businesses, she added. Finlay said it will be hard to get over what has happened. Romario is my everything. Him my friend, him my closest person, she said through tears. Hewart's sister Chantal was in disbelief. I can't believe say him really gone for true, she said, adding that she screamed when she saw his body. Chantal said she went to bed believing that Hewart was home on Sunday night, having seen his car parked outside, and never knew he had left the house. Grandma a ball, daddy a ball, him mommy crying, it's crazy, she said. Chantal said that her brother was not involved in any wrongdoing and that she does not know of him ever being in any conflict, and he was friendly with everyone. It's just a wrong charter and him drive the wrong place at the wrong time, she added. It's a charter him shouldn't take. The Major Investigation Division is investigating the double homicide and is asking anyone who can assist with the investigation to make contact. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.